Good morning, Shane.
Buenos dias, me cohort in chaos.
You know what's funny is that I watch other YouTube stuff now that we're YouTube
Now
stars.
we're doing our
Now that
YouTube
we
thing,
YouTube
Jiggy.
stars,
Yes.
and there's one lady. It's her and she and her husband. She always says the same, the same thing. I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds like me. So who are we, Shane?
Man, who are we? We are two seasoned corporate veterans. We're here to say the things that you can't. And pass along some of the lessons learned through the trauma we received in hopes that you don't go through the same thing, or at least you can laugh while you're going through it.
Yeah, and I've received some trauma this week.
Yo, I'm
This week
trying
is
to tell
I
you.
have been in recruiter hell. I mean, I'm like,
These
what
days
did I
off
do?
don't work. We get a
Oh,
couple days off
that's
last week and they just
oh
compile
my
shit left and right.
gosh.
This
Let's
shit is
just
crazy.
yeah, it's like first of all, you get Monday, then I took Friday, and I'm like,
Oh,
why
you were
why did
bold.
I
You
do it
you
to
taking
myself?
extra days.
Why? I just wanted a nap. I
No,
just
you're
wanted
not
to
allowed to
take a
nap.
nap during the day and
Who
not on
told
the
you you could take
weekend.
naps?
That's
No,
all.
you
But
can't
I
take
had my
naps
laptop. I
anymore.
did a little bit of work and I just laid on the bed with my laptop. I was like, maybe I'll get the work done by osmosis. But this week has kicked my entire ass. I
It's been a
mean,
toughie. It's
it has
not
been
been.
tough. I'm like, it got me rethinking my life decisions. I'm like, I'm ready to blow it all.
Yo,
I'm on,
the
I'm
lottery's
on
getting
Zoom
really high
calls.
right now. The
Oh man, I
lottery's
gotta play the
getting up there.
lottery. Remember in Georgia, you can play online. Oh, you're not in Georgia. Sorry,
We
you
can
can
play
play
online
on.
in North Carolina too.
Can you play online in North Carolina?
Hmm.
Yeah, I am. I mean, there's times where I'm like on Zoom calls where I just want to just start screaming like like broadcast. Remember that movie
I'm just saying,
Broadcast?
like the once it
Like
gets
I'm
up to
sick
four
and
hundred
tired and
million
I
though,
can't take this shit anymore.
I'm playing once it gets up to about 400 million. That's my
I
because I
can
need I
take
need a
it.
take home. I need a take home at least
You
two
mean
hundred
we? Because
million.
remember, Shane. Ooh, remember our
Yeah,
lottery
almost
pack?
definitely. That's why I
Does
need two
Christian
hundred million take home. That way,
does
when I give
Christian
you
know about our
yours,
lottery pack?
well, yeah, she good. We good. We
Okay,
all got people that getting a little bit of something once we hit
okay.
that two
Cause
hundred
right,
million.
cause I got you.
And
I got
hey,
you
I got you.
all, Ewans,
That
and you got us, or you got me, and then the other
take it,
people in
and then
my
we can
family
just
will
sit
get
here and do
got.
this all day. We
Oh
can just do
gosh, wouldn't
this
that
all
be
day.
awesome just to talk to everybody all day? Like, do we have that much to say? But we have to suffer somehow, because otherwise
We
we
won't be
lose
able
our
to
edge.
enjoy it at
Yeah,
the end.
I mean, I don't think
Exactly.
it. Yeah, I don't know how fun we'd be if we were millionaires.
You know what? I was looking at something and someone said that everyone's always trying to be a content creator, and that's where a lot of people messed up. You should just create content about your life, right? So
Oh,
if we're millionaires, we just
we
travel
just
around the world doing broadcasts in very
oh
exotic
gosh, from it.
locations.
Oh, from exotic ports of
Exactly. People
call.
be like, "Oh, where they doing it at
Where are they
today?
now? Like,
Oh,
where's
boy, they
Waldo?
in Dubai.
Where in
Oh, look at them
Maldives?
give
Ooh,
Maldives. Oh.
where Ariel wants to go. I'm like, Ariel. She's like, Mom, can Elizabeth's mom said we can go to Maldives. I'm like,
Mm,
me, you,
mm,
and Elizabeth's mom and
mm.
Elizabeth. That don't sound like no good trip.
Yeah, that
In the
does not sound fun at
Maldives?
all.
Yeah, with you?
Yeah,
I
no.
think not.
Want me to go in the ocean bungalow with my teenage daughter? No, I'm good. No.
Exactly. Right? Some over the water snatch stuff? No, no, no.
Yeah, no. That's
All
not gonna
right.
work.
So we were we took a little hiatus, so we were off last week
Yeah,
because
last week was,
got to pay the bills.
right.
um, so today we're going to talk about hot topics. We're going to do the second part to our Glassdoor series. So this
Yep.
is the highest rank
Yep. Best rated
rated
companies on
companies on
Glassdoors.
Glassdoor.
Yep.
The Glassdoor for diversity, and our accountability corner.
Ah, yes.
So, all right. So hot topics. So are our topics still hot? Hey, Beanie, I guess not.
Benny's like, nope. We're
Nope. I
asking.
object.
Benny was like, that ain't what the street's talking about right now.
It's like-
That is funny.
he's like, oh, he was coming here and clown me because Jackson's asleep. Because if he were not, he would be in here clowning me right now. Like,
Oh,
we're
we
two
should bring
seasons
Jackson on as a
recruiters.
guest.
Yeah. Oh, he would love that. He probably wouldn't say anything.
That's funny.
So our hot topics. Oh, so one of them was how Texas and Illinois is regulating the use of filters.
Ah, yes.
And I thought it was because the legislature was maybe they were getting, catfished or something. But these apps are stealing people's identity. Basically, they're stealing their likeness.
Really?
So yeah, so these there's facial recognition laws. So the filters
Exactly.
and the apps were accused of having the ability to learn users' faces, the lawsuit claims. So, and it happened without permission of the user. So it's called the Biometric Information Privacy Act.
Okay.
So, but you know what, right? Because some people use their face to turn on their phone, to unlock their phones. I know when I had the first Galaxy, I put facial recognition on it, and my 10-year-old son was able to
Y'all
to
do look
open it.
alike. Y'all look a little bit.
Yeah, but then Ariel took my iPad, and then she put facial recognition.
You can't even get into your own
I
iPad.
couldn't get in.
You
I
can't
was
get
like,
in your own. That's
they were
kids
like,
for you,
they were
right?
like, yeah, that's invalid. I'm like, okay, I need you to take this off my phone.
I know you pay the bills on this, but this ain't yours no more.
I know that that I had an Apple. I still have it. I don't use my Apple Watch because Jackson took it and hooked it up to his phone.
Oh, huh.
He didn't ask me for it. He just took it.
You should take it back and just reply to all his text messages. Just start replying to his messages and stuff.
I have it back. I just put it away. I can't use it anymore. So all right. So that was a hot topic. What's the latest with Frontier and JetBlue? They were making a play for Soul Plane.
That is funny.
So Frontier offered what $22.31 a share, which is $2.9 billion, and then JetBlue was like, "I'll come in, I will see your $22.31 and match and offer $30 a share, which is $3.6 billion." So
fact, and now Frontier
and Spirit's trading at $20.30.
Exactly. Or they were last week. Frontier bought JetBlue, and now they're trying to buy Spirit as well.
Wait a minute. Okay. So I'm glad I have you, Shane. Wait a minute. So Frontier was competing against JetBlue
to buy Spirit.
And now the breaking news is that Frontier bought JetBlue. You're saying they bought JetBlue?
No, I'm saying Frontier was in their bid to buy Spirit.
Right, to buy Spirit, and so was JetBlue, and JetBlue's outbid them. So now what's the
Well, now they're waiting for a counter from Frontier to come back.
Oh, well, how much time do they get? Speaking of counters, counters are the person that the Tesla employee that is the judge. The clock is ticking on him to accept his $15 million award. What is dude waiting for?
I think because he wanted $137 million.
15 million isn't enough.
He wanted 100. Because remember, the first judge gave him 137 million. Then the next judge came back and was like, "Whoa, Kimosabe, 137 is a lot. You can get 15.
It's not for Tesla." But half of something is more than all or nothing.
15 million. 15 million is that's somebody offered me 15 million. For being called, a nigger and being able to go work in the hot side of the factory.
You know what? I was watching Driving While Black. I don't know if that's exactly what it's called. It's on PBS. It goes back to like the Green Book days and why the Mr. Green who created the Green Book and then it went to modern day, like people like the car. It was the whole thing was really about the car, obviously, but they talked about Ford and how he was a notorious racist and how in the factories they got the hardest jobs, the jobs that could kill you, lifting machinery, and call it nigger. Like, hello.
Nothing changes, right?
Nothing. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So, but he knew the black folks he knew they wanted a piece of the American pie. So he made it possible for them to buy cars. So anywho,
but
all right.
Now speaking of Green Book now. So in that same breath, while we had the Green Book back in the day, we now have this new app, which could be like the Green Book of corporate America.
But that's not our hot topic, though.
That's not the hot topic. Why not?
InsideVoices. That's one of our. Well, I mean, you can talk about it. That was one of. Yeah, I was just going to talk about it. Yeah, I was just going to talk about them before we talk. Yeah, before we talk about. But we can talk about them now.
Transition over. This is a transition.
Yeah, it's a transition. I'm sorry. So what's the app called? InsideVoices. Mm-hmm. It's a platform to review employers and how they handle diversity and inclusion. It was created by Sonny Thomas. Am I saying that right?
Don't get me lying.
Yeah, he opted to grow the app organically. Like he forewent the whole VC process and getting external money. He just did it organically on TikTok. So
that's how we do. We get it done.
They're up to 5,000 registered reviewers, and there's reviews on companies like Google, Deloitte, Gilead, He spent, just some history on him. He's British and he spent 11 years in real estate / corporate finance. He calls himself on LinkedIn a social impact entrepreneur.
I like it.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, you read me some of those ratings last week.
Some of those ratings are serious.
Somebody had a good one though. I can't remember who it was. I know that Gilead's was pretty bad, and so was Was it AbbVie?
AbbVie, yeah.
Theirs was pretty bad, and then there were some good ones. So,
I think I like it. It's I've sent it out. I sent the link out to like everyone that I know.
Yeah,
all the Black folks that I know.
Me
because
too.
I think it's
too.
like a.
Yeah, it's keeping them
accountable.
Honest. Keeping them accountable because they're spending hella money on diversity and inclusion, and it's like a 3-card Molly.
Exactly, just
a
moving
bunch
around.
Of whack-a-mole. Mm-hmm.
They don't seem like they really want to fix it,
right?
But they want it to look like we're fixing it.
Yeah.
So now we have a website that can hold everyone accountable for what they do or what they don't do.
Absolutely.
So really enjoyed that fact that we got that out here in these streets.
Yes.
What else is
Inner Voices, guys. So go and register. Or not Inner Voices. Inside Voices. Inner Voices. That's something different.
Like those are the voices that talk to me every day. That says quit.
The ones that talk. Oh gosh, they've been screaming at me this week. Like I am telling you. In the morning, like you see me, I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. By the end of the day, I'm ready to fight. The other day, I was ready to fight everybody in my house. Like I just asked you for a chicken tender. Can I get a chicken tender? I mean, I was a junkyard dog.
Yeah, God bless THC. And because
oh man,
I know where I'd be without my THC.
You know what? That's my problem. My CBD oil is in the bathroom. It used to be on my nightstand, so I'm not. That's what's going on.
You got to keep gummies around you.
I don't like gummies. Well, the gummies don't. No, I get this oil, like serious oil, from a vendor in downtown Decatur. But when I first got it, remember, I took some. And I was like hearing stuff. I was like, Ariel, did you call me? Or did you hear that? She was like, no.
Oh,
I was like,
that's funny.
I have cotton mouth.
Yeah, I love it. I think the other day I started seeing colors. That was fun.
You did?
Like, oh wow, that's nice. So pretty.
Well, that's serious. If you can see colors, then I'd be face planted somewhere if you're seeing colors.
That was a good one.
But I called you and I was like, Shane, I'm hearing voices. And I have cotton mouth. He's like, you're high. I was like, why am I high? This is CBD oil. You're like, it's cannabinoids.
It's still cannabis.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes I will be in a conversation and I'll like, what's that thing? Like, what? I always forget this term. It's a griot. All right. Right. So I was in the car and I was talking to my husband, and then Air picked her up from a friend's house. And I was like, not scribe, but what is it? And then just forgot. Like 10 minutes later, I was like, Griot.
There you go. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't.
But in my head, I was like, what was I talking about? So it's bad in your head when you start questioning yourself. So
I'm trying to tell you, I got high before we went to go see the new Top Gun movie.
Oh, wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that awesome?
It was not just the movie, but being high in the movie. I felt like I was flying the plane. It was amazing. Went to the IMAX. It was like I was in the cockpit.
I want to see it again, and I want to see it in IMAX. That's so funny. And I didn't see the first one. Well, I'm sorry. I saw bits and pieces of the first one like a couple years ago. My husband has seen.
A couple years ago. You know when that movie came out?
Yeah, 86. Okay. Yeah. My husband has seen now 6 movies. I mean, in his entire life. And that's probably including Bambi. He's seen The Game with Michael Douglas.
Oh yeah, listen, that thing messed me up. I saw that as a kid.
He saw.
I was way too young.
That makes me feel old. Okay, he's seen Shawshank Redemption.
Love it.
He's seen Inception because I got him to take me to see that. Yeah, he's seen Training Day. So literally, we've been to the movies he and I have not been to the movies in years. Maybe 2010. Inception was probably the last time.
Your husband's chilling, bro.
Yeah, he just read a book. I mean, he actually went to the library. He had a library book the other day. I was like, you were digging in the crates. Like, I mean, yeah.
That's funny.
But so when he mentioned it, he was a couple weeks ago. He's like, so that Top Gun. I was like, oh please, nobody wants to see that mess. And then I looked at it got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, all right, we'll go. He's like, when does it open? I was like, Memorial Day weekend. So that Friday, I bought the tickets for Saturday, and I was like, Ariel, do you want to go? Like Friday, she's like, yeah. And then she's like, yeah, I want to go. I was like, you're going. I bought the ticket. And she said she had started watching it. So we were in there, and oh gosh, it was so good.
Tom Cruise did it right. It was worth
It
the
was
wait.
good. But the whole time I kept thinking, who did he have to cuss out? Because remember, the videos, the audio of him cussing people out during Corona.
Listen, I'm glad because it was supposed to come out during the pandemic. It was supposed to come out like a year ago. I'm so glad he waited. I was upset, but now I see why. I'm like, this is one of those movies that was made to be in the movie theater.
Oh, right? Yeah. If you watch it at home, like, no, I was so happy. I was just smiling. Like,
it was made for the movie theater.
Look at that. Like, oh, my husband's like, okay, Trish. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was great.
It was great. Amazing. It was great. It was great. It was, I shout out to Jay Ellis. What was his name?
It's Jay Ellis.
Insecure.
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah. Team Lawrence. Yep. Team Lawrence.
That was good. That was
he did his thing. I wish he had a little bit more, lines. But that was very typical.
Oh, that dude, the comedian dude, isn't he the dude who was like at the controls? What's his name?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I don't know.
He's like a comedian, like
a legit comedian.
No, but he is legit. But I think he started all like with bits and stuff on YouTube.
Oh,
and just like kind of took off from there. So he was funny.
Yeah, the whole movie, Tom did it right.
He did. Everybody was excellent. John Hamm was extra tasty.
And they, the dude that they brought in for to play Goose's son.
Yeah, Miles Teller.
He played that role really well.
He was good. He said in the interview that I guess they were in the back, right? Mm-hmm. And so they were like, "You all right back there?" And he was like, "Yes," but he went to throw up, and they spun the plane.
It dumped on him.
Yeah, it dumped on him.
I told my wife, I'm like, look, one of these years, get me a birthday gift going in the back of a fighter plane.
Okay, going in the back. Okay.
I want to experience that.
I would pass out because I'm claustrophobic. So once you close that lid, I'd be like, get me out of here. Open the door.
The stuff that they can do in the plane, man.
Yeah, no. But I love a flyover. When I go to baseball games, I remember one year we were at a Braves game and there was a flyover, and the girl that my son was dating, her cousin was one of the pilots. Man, I hear that noise, the roar of the engine. I start crying. I'm like,
the greatest flyover and the greatest moment in sporting history
Olympics?
Was right after. No,
I thought you were saying
Whitney Houston Super Bowl singing national
anthem. Was that the Super Bowl or the Olympics?
Yeah, it was the Super Bowl, and then the flyover came over afterwards.
Why did I think that was the Olympics? Isn't that funny?
Why would they sing the national anthem at the Olympics?
You're right. Why would they? If you win. But yeah.
But they don't even sing it. They play the music.
Right. No, so wait a minute. When Gloria Estefan sung the national anthem, was that at the Super Bowl too?
I believe so. Yeah, because they would never sing it at the Olympics. Because
you sing the national, they play it.
They play it, but they don't have. They wouldn't have anybody famous singing it.
No. Right? Yeah, it would have to be a sporting event. Yes, that's the best national anthem.
I don't know why we just don't play Whitney every time we got to do a national anthem.
Yeah,
because every time somebody comes up to sing, I'm expecting a Whitney level type.
Oh no, I'm expecting them to try to do it. It annoys me. So
they never get there. I'm like, just play Whitney. I'm good with y'all just playing.
Yeah, like, that was awesome. That who else was good? Patti LaBelle sang at the All-Star game, like in 2000, like 99 or 2000. Oh gosh, it was so good.
That was good too.
That was really good.
There's a YouTube video of a Black woman singing the national anthem inside the Lincoln Memorial.
I've seen her.
My God. That was.
Yeah, I'd been there bawling. Like, oh my gosh.
My goodness. That actually ranks right up under Whitney because she just, there was no prep. She just stood there and started.
Yeah, and then her voice was echoing off the wall.
Oh, and then you start to see everybody start coming around and just, oh my gosh. Yeah, that one. I will go back on YouTube and look that one up.
That was awesome.
She killed that. Yeah,
she needs a record deal. She should have had one.
So speaking of singers, the BET nominations came out. BET, for those who don't know, stands for Black Entertainment Television.
But it's not though. I mean, it's owned by Viacom.
Yes, it is, isn't it? And to make sure we understand that completely,
in true fashion, it's owned by a white man.
To make sure we understand that completely, Jack Harlow, who is a Caucasian rapper who's gained popularity over the last couple of years, was nominated for a BET Award for Best Male Rapper, while Lil Nas X was snubbed.
Oh, is that what Lil Nas X was upset about? Or was...
I mean, it's like, damn, like...
But I love that song, though.
But I'm just saying, like,
no. I mean,
yeah,
Lil
yeah,
Nas X song. What's it?
Lil Nas X.
Wait a minute. Jack Harlow's on the song.
But it don't matter.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. Jack Harlow is on the Lil Nas X song.
Mm-hmm.
Industry Baby. I love that song. And then I didn't know about him until I saw him on Lil Nas X's song on the video. And then he has one song. Okay. So Lil Nas X was not nominated. Who else was nominated?
For the best rapper. One second. Yeah, so folks are really bothered.
Are people mad?
Yeah, people are mad. I mean, because how is Jack Harlow nominated?
Who's on that?
Lil Nas X isn't. Now I understand we want to be, inclusive, but goddamn, it's the BET Awards. Like I think the only male rapper that should have ever white male rapper is Eminem because he transcends everything. Yeah. Like Eminem is Eminem. Like
yes.
he's
yes.
top 5 rappers of all time, right?
Yeah,
but Jack Harlow is not Eminem.
I'm gonna be controversial because I never really liked the beats in his songs that Dre put down. Like Slim.
Oh my god!
But I like him. You know where I like him the most is on that Drake song from the mixtape.
Oh yeah, the Sprite song that got him real famous. With everyone's on it. Like Wayne was on it, Drake, Eminem, Kanye West. Yeah.
That's I like him the best. That's my favorite. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Eminem song Kim on his second album. And if you know Eminem's album, you know the song Kim was like.
That's his wife? That was his ex-wife or wife at the time?
The whole song was about him basically like snapping and killing her. And
oh my gosh.
Like, bro, he talks you through the whole. I used to sing that. When I got angry, I'd put that song on and just like scream. It was like therapy. I would just like, I would take on Eminem's anger and it would help release my own anger. And like, I feel better afterwards. So nominated for the best male hip hop artists are Drake, Future, J. Cole, Jack Harlow, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, and Lil Baby.
Kendrick Lamar is my favorite.
So how does Jack Harlow doesn't even like
he doesn't
one of these
even,
things don't belong. One of these things don't belong. Which one?
They were just who they trying to get? The crossover audience, or who are they trying to get? I mean, because all kind of people probably already. Well, I can say that I don't think I've ever watched the BET Awards in its entirety. Maybe I've seen a.
We don't. Those are things we don't say in public. Oh, I don't know many people that have.
Tashina Arnold and what's her name are still hosting it. I might watch the opening part with them because they're funny.
They are funny. And they've been friends since they've been in high school.
They were kids, yeah. What's her name? What's the one that was married to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dwayne. What's his name?
No, Tisha Arnold used to be married.
Not Tisha.
Tisha's that one. Then the other one is
was married to Dwayne.
What's his name? Dwayne. Allegedly Will Smith's friend.
What?
Yeah. Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly?
Allegedly.
Is that why she's so mad at him?
That was, listen, allegedly.
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 Oh, well, who knows? I mean, who knows what happens with grown people? I will say this. Like Jada and that little BS, like hopefully these two strong men can get together and heal.
Oh, yes.
If her red table is not like, if she's not coming correct, like, look, I was pissed. Now she didn't do it, but I was pissed. I did give him a look. I was surprised. Like I couldn't move when he got up and I was in shock, but that's my husband and I stand by him. If I hear anything other than that, her starting with that, then I'm going to turn it off.
Tisha Campbell.
Oh yeah. Tisha Campbell and Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold.
Tashina Arnold. Yes. Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold. So that's cool. I was reading the story that they all used to work in a call center together. Like Tisha.
No.
It was Tisha.
That was Salt and Pepper. That
that Salt and Pepper? No, I thought.
Yes, it was. They worked at Sears or something. And what's his name? The dude Herbie Lovebug. Salt and Pepper. they worked at Sears, like in a call center.
I thought they worked in the call center together too.
They were so young. They couldn't even work. They were prepubescent teens when they started, especially Tisha Campbell. Like, yeah, she's worked her whole life since she was a kid. So no, that was Salt and Pepper.
Now listen though, I think they work together. So they've been friends since they've been
right.
11 and 12.
Right, and they've been acting since then.
Were they acting since then?
Yes.
What role? I don't think they got any roles in
yes. Remember, oh, maybe she was probably older. They were. They were in movie. Like I know that Tisha Campbell was in movies when she was a teenager, like a wee teen. So I don't know.
Before House Party?
Yeah. She was. I know she was a singer in I don't know if that was before. Remember she played what's the movie with the giant Venus flytrap?
Oh, Little House of Horrors.
Love she was that, but she was probably a teenager there though. But yeah, I mean, we can if you find out otherwise.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll bring it up or whatever.
So I don't know. Is this still hot topics? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I mean, I still hear them talking about it. So apparently,
well, now that Johnny's won, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's him winning, right? Because he won the defamation. Well, they both won the defamation, right? But he won. He was awarded $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive, and she was awarded $2 million in compensatory damages. So her net worth is $8 million. This morning, his attorneys were on Good Morning America and saying, and I guess the female one had to kind of defend herself because people are like, "How's it feel like to tear a woman apart on the stand?"
Oh my gosh!
But they're saying it's not about for Johnny. It's not about money. It's just him getting his name back.
I wonder if they are going to give him back his role.
No, what's his name said that they were going in a different direction. Remember, I told you they Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like they're looking at Margot Robbie, but
is she going to lose her roles in Aquaman?
I heard she had no chemistry. I didn't see Aquaman, but I heard allegedly she's the reason why he and his wife broke up. Jason Momoa and what's her name?
Yeah,
they're terrible. This
Cosby Show.
Yeah. Yeah. So
the Kravitz,
not Zoe,
baby, not Zoe, but her mama. Yeah.
What is her name? Oh my gosh.
See, this is why you shouldn't do too much THC, kids.
Jeez Louise.
Zoe Kravitz's mama was her name.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz and her.
Zoe Kravitz's mom.
Anyway.
Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet. That was not even anywhere on my tongue.
Failing the black test all left.
Yeah, we're terrible. Well, she's biracial, so we're okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look count.
So yeah, allegedly that was the story. That's the scuttlebutt.
Jason Monet messed it up for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was wondering, like, how was Amber able to sue him for defamation? But apparently it was really his attorney. She defamed him in the op-eds that were in the Washington Post, and then she claims that she was defamed through his attorney. So.
Is it only defamation if it's lies? Because if his attorney was like, "Damn, yo, she be out here shitting in beds,"
right? Like, that's what I'm saying. So, right, he's saying,
is it really defamation?
He's saying it's a lot, right? If the judge did, the jury said it was.
Well, because she said it was the dog that shit in bed.
She was more
couldn't believe that she was more in bed.
Well, I mean, if you watch any of her testimony, the only person that testified for her was her sister, and she's probably supporting her. So she
like you want these checks to come in,
right?
I need you to get on this thing,
right? Yeah, that was, and I don't know who did her makeup. She was not cute, and
I think she was trying to look like disheveled and like broken down, and
she succeeded because she's super cute.
Look what Johnny did to me. Oh
yeah, bless her heart. But Johnny, he tweeted yesterday, so everybody's like Team Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear the stuff that she did, like you can't even be like,
yeah,
like, damn, like I understand. Like I understand Johnny. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I know why you're a weirdo now. Yeah. You got to go home to that.
Is he a weirdo?
Johnny.
Is he a weirdo?
Johnny
He's very eccentric.
he, you know, the same guy who played the revamped Willy Wonka and Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
You got to be a little weird, you know, and you know
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow. You know, you got to be a little eccentric on a
He's
whole nother
definitely
level.
eccentric.
Yeah, because you can't pull those characters
And
off.
Neverland, where he's all the white hair and the white face.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
can you imagine like Bruce Willis doing that or like Keanu Reeves? Like it don't work. Like it wouldn't.
Keanu Reeves could do that.
I don't know if Keanu could do that. I think
He could do that. He's a little. He's eccentric too. I like him.
I think he's introverted. I think he's just extremely introverted.
Remember those when people would do those memes of him sitting on a park bench eating a sandwich?
He just was sitting riding the subway. I've seen pictures of him just sitting on the subway riding the subway.
Well, and he gave somebody a seat too. Gave a woman a seat.
Well, Keanu's different, man. I was reading an article how he gave all the special effects people for the Matrix bonuses from his check.
Yeah, he's a solid dude.
He's lost a lot though, man. He's like his sister died. Like his
girlfriend.
He sacrificed a lot.
Or was it his wife?
I don't know. Was it his wife?
I think it was maybe.
Oh wow.
I can't remember.
And that's what he drew from when he was doing John Wick, you know.
Really? Which I love 1 and 2. 3 there was too much fighting. There wasn't enough talking. I mean,
that was the whole point.
I know it's the whole point, but it was like the whole thing. I kind of tune out when everybody's fighting.
Listen, low key, I've made a list. There's all these articles that you can find about all the guns that they use in John Wick, and I printed it off, and I want them all. This life goal is to go through the entire list and acquire all of those guns used in John Wick because they were dope. Or whatever. So it was that. That was interesting.
Oh, you got some news too.
Oh man, so let's talk about Apple losing millions of dollars in
millions.
Because think about it,
millions or billions.
Oh yeah, billions, right? Because they charge us out the ass for these chargers, and Europe and the EU was like, you know what, we kind of done with that, so we're gonna have the same charger for everyone, every single phone. By 2026, will require that they all use the same USB-C.
You know what? Europe is trying to get like California.
Europe is like,
like
that's
enough.
How we gonna do it.
We're sick and tired, and we're not gonna take it anymore.
Nah, here's what we're gonna do. What? It was probably some lawmaker bought his child a new phone and opened the box and was like, I gotta go buy a charger too.
Right, I gotta buy a plug. I got a phone. And it came with this one, but then I have the iPad. I guess it's a different one. I'm like, I had to go get an adapter.
Yeah, they're like, nah.
Apple is printing money. They can make one charger.
That's how they print money. They like, Apple's like, I'm gonna get you everywhere you got. And so he was like, you know what? I'm good. You're not about to do this to me. And he went back to his people. He was like, I had to go buy my daughter another charger for her. Some other lawmaker was like, girlfriend. Me too.
He had to go buy his
girlfriend. His girlfriend. She was all upset. He couldn't get none that night and she didn't have the charger. And some other lawmaker was like, oh, mine
somebody missed their calls. Yeah.
And they were like, you know what? This is done. Apple ain't doing this to us no more. Everybody's going to use the same charger from now on. Yeah, so by 2026, in the EU, you have to have USB-C chargers or whatnot. So that's going to be like, that's going to be billions.
And what about the crazy plugs they use? Like I had to buy Jackson an adapter when he went to Spain.
With all the little extra like
the 3. It's like 3, but they're like, that. I was like, here's your plug. What do I need that for? I'll just take my plug. I was like,
you should let him do that. You should be like, go ahead, take your plug.
Maybe if his chick would have died, he wouldn't have racked up.
You wouldn't have been racking up them data
$300 in data charges to go with the $100 I already paid for the plan. $300. He streamed everything on every movie, every show on the internet. He is undefeated. And I could not.
Did he just come back to talking, speaking Spanish the whole time?
He spoke Spanish there because whenever I call him, I hear him go. But I don't speak Spanish, so I'm hearing him in the background. What's up, Mom? I'm like, and then he go back. I'm like, so I was like, La Isla Bonita. ¿Cómo está?
That is funny.
How you say? I'm like, Jackson, come on, let's speak Spanish. I speak Spanish. He's like, you're a dummy. So
that is funny.
Like you don't speak Spanish.
I gotta hit Jackson, man. I need somebody to practice my Spanish with. I try to go to the little Hispanic stores, the Tienda de Hispanias to just
Have
kind of
you
be
ever
around
tried
them.
Duolingo?
Oh, I love Duolingo. I got it on my
I
phone
did
right
that
now.
when the pandemic first hit. I was
You
I
was doing
was
Duolingo?
I was learning Spanish and because I know some French. I've took French for 20 million years, and you use it or lose it. But some things were so familiar from because it's a Romance language. So I was like, oh, this like Spanish is easy. So yeah, but I don't like at least reading and writing is easy. When I hear it. I'm that way with French now. When I hear it, I can't understand. But if
Yeah,
I
you
were
got to
to
train your
read
ears to
it,
hear it. Yeah.
if I read it, man, I was talking to a candidate the other day. I was like, "What is?" It was like, "What is he saying?" And I'm usually so good at that, like at understanding people. But I was like, I
Couldn't do
had to
it.
keep
Like,
saying, I'm sorry. Would you repeat that?
like my mic isn't working.
Yeah, and he
My
was like,
like,
is your phone?" I was like, "No, I don't know if it's muffled." My ears were just like, wah, wah. And they were like, it was like Charlie Brown. Wah, wah, wah. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
That's funny.
It was, yeah, it was awful. And I'm like, I think it's me because I think my attention span is just getting shorter.
Yeah.
The older I get, the
The
shorter it
less
gets.
patience you have for it.
All
So,
right, and then yes, we talked about the Tesla dude. So I think that was that all for hot
I mean,
topics?
yeah. I mean, we can talk about now. Let's jump into Glassdoor.
Yes.
Best places to work. Best ranked companies on Glassdoor. No particular. What I found interesting about this list is that Glassdoor is not on this list.
Interesting.
I was like, damn, Glassdoor, you're not even on your own list of best places to work. Like
Well,
that's
they're
not.
keeping it real, right?
They're keeping it
They
real,
didn't
man.
get rated that. That is
No.
so interesting. Like the cobbler's kids have no shoes.
Yeah, the best place to work. Well, we'll start from top 15 since we did 15.
Okay.
Worst, we'll do the 15 best ranked. So we'll start with
Okay.
John Hopkins University Applied
Ah,
Physics Laboratory, to be specific.
wow. My old job.
Is 4.4 stars, 4.4 out
And
of
that's
5
out of 5.
stars.
Okay.
One of the things they say about this, the benefits and work-life balance cannot be beat anywhere else. On top of that,
Really?
work is really interesting,
I'm sure it is.
meaningful, and fulfilling.
That's wonderful.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
That is
for your service.
that is what they do there. Next we have
They do important stuff so that we can do dumb shit.
yeah, basically. Yeah. Twilio,
What's Twilio?
Twilio. So Twilio is some sort of developer, uh, spot, whatever, app.
Software.
Yeah, it's software. Yes,
Okay.
internet and web services. Yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
software. And so they are saying they have a 4.4 rating. It's amazing to have such a supportive atmosphere with a rapidly growing company, even though COVID is forcing everyone to work remotely. Is what
Okay.
yeah, so everyone's happy there. Next is 5 9. 5 9 is, do you know what 5 9 is?
No, but that's funny. My friend Brendan Sweeney used to do um like some marketing stuff on the
Yeah.
side, and he was 5 to 9. So instead of 9 to 5,
Oh,
because he did
yeah.
it on the side.
Okay. So
So
5 9 is a provider of cloud software for enterprise contact center market. They bring the power of the cloud to thousands of customers. And so they are ranked with a beautiful little 4.5 on
okay,
Glassdoor. And one of the reviews says they have transparent management,
okay.
clear communication, stellar colleagues, and cutting edge projects. Oh my. Number 12 on the list, NASA. NASA. And not just
NASA.
any NASA. Uh-huh.
Okay.
And their jet propulsion laboratory specifically. And I guess the cool kids at NASA call it the JPL.
Oh,
No, the
okay.
JPL. So the JPL has a 4.5 rating. And JPL is the most welcoming and open organization that fosters diversity, equity, and inclusion to ensure everyone reaches their highest potential. Then we have, I would not have thought Royal Caribbean is
Oh.
ranked number 11. That is interesting. I mean,
Hmm.
because those people spend weeks on those cruise ships, like forever at a
Yeah,
time.
I used to work with I have a friend who used to work, she was in the cruise industry.
Goodness,
Scarlett,
and
before
no,
she loved it though.
yeah, and they got a 4.5. They have a
And I always thought they
4.5 ranking.
didn't like the people who clean the room, like, that they didn't make that much money or whatever.
Did,
And I heard
I
there was a
was
lot of sexual like abuse.
abuse. I mean, yeah, 'cause, I mean, I can see how that could happen because a lot of those folks could be from other countries. They
Mm-hmm.
speak a lot of English, take advantage of that. Yeah, and you're on these ships for weeks and months at a time.
Mm-hmm.
There, when the rating says, when the reviews say, "I love working for Royal Caribbean, amazing culture, gain friends that I'm gonna have for life. You have
Mm-hmm.
free traveling while you earn money."
Okay.
So they have a 4.5 rating.
Wow.
Number 10, I'm not really surprised. Salesforce.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything bad about Salesforce
No.
ever. They have a 4.5 rating. Great culture. People are awesome. A lot of opportunities for career growth, development, and great pay. I know that for a fact. Got a friend, been at Salesforce since she graduated college and has moved up the ranks
Is
significantly.
she in California?
She's in DC.
Okay.
Yep. Always traveling, doing something with them. So Lululemon is number 9.
Lululemon.
Lululemon.
Wow.
Yes, they have a 4.5. Great
Wow.
benefits, including healthcare, investment options, and money to work out each month. Oh,
Money to buy the $100 yoga pants.
tights. Yeah.
It's a
The
tights.
hustle. What's the difference between tights and yoga pants? Like, aren't they the same
No,
thing?
there's no yoga pants are thicker and they have pockets on the side if
They
you're
look the
lucky.
same.
For your pills. They
They
have
look
pockets for
exact.
your pills. Or your phone.
Whatever you want to use it
Tights
for.
are tights are thin. And tights are thin and they're like pantyhose. Tights are like thicker pantyhose.
Okay.
And then there's leggings and then there's yoga pants. Like if
There
you're
we go.
lucky, it's a really soft material with, in the winter you get something like that's really warm on the inside.
Okay.
They're a
Lesson
staple.
learned. I appreciate
They're a
the
staple.
lesson. There we go. Number 8 is the Veterans United Home Loans.
Oh,
So
okay.
Veteran United Home Loans, they have great work-life balance, amazing opportunities to grow your career, great coworkers, and overall amazing atmosphere and free healthy snacks. It's all about the perks. Gotta have the perks.
Free healthy snacks.
Gotta have
That
the
reminds
perks.
me. Gwyneth Paltrow was on Good Morning America this morning. I guess she's talking about maybe she's something about Goop.
Is she the one with the daughter named Apple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she was saying how you should eat the rainbow. I was like, is that M&Ms or Skittles? Or does she mean?
Does she mean that's her little cute
like
name
fruits
for her
and vegetables?
vegetables?
No. And that was a joke. That whole the candle, it was a joke.
Was it a joke?
She was joking.
She didn't sell candles that smelled like her.
No, she did.
Okay.
She said she said it as a joke, and then they
actually did
candle.
it. Yeah. Okay.
I like her.
Do you know how much self-confidence you have to be like, I want to sell a candle that smells like my vagina?
Yeah, it was a joke again.
It's not a joke when you actually did it.
Well, yeah.
Like you actually did it. Like the level of arrogance.
No, I think what was bold was for her to come out with Goop during a recession.
Oh, what I thought Goop was just a TV show.
No, Goop is a website. It's a lifestyle. Like
Listen, my wife was watching that. I thought it was just a little show on TV.
Yeah, no, it started off in like right after the 2007, 2008.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was literally just like a reality show that's on Netflix or whatever. Oh, damn. Okay. What do you mean it's a lifestyle? I'm so curious.
Like it's a lifestyle website.
Did you see the show on Netflix? So it's on Netflix, and she has like 4 couples, and it's called Goop, and they go to like this retreat getaway place.
Fantasy
and
Island.
She has all these like experts on like your body and sex and auras and all this stuff, and they take them through these classes and teach them how to like center their chakras and like touch each other into, like I thought it was just a show. I didn't realize she had a whole lifestyle.
Yeah, that's a whole lifestyle, like what to buy, what to eat, what to smell, what to
Okay, that's what's up.
I saw that show you were talking about on Showtime. I saw the previews for it.
Couples therapy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Shout out to Couples Therapy, giving out free therapy lessons for couples all across the nation.
That's insane.
Because you watch that and you be like, oh, interesting. I could apply that to my life. There we go.
Years ago, I may have had one kid, and I suggested to my husband that we go to therapy, and he said, no, I'm good.
He's like, yeah, I'm all right.
I'm good.
I hope that I think the cultural role is shifting now, man. Black folks starting to be like, yo, we need therapy. We need to go see, because there's just generational trauma and PTSD
Yes.
that we got to work through in order to be better people or whatnot. Speaking of therapy, someone once said, it was like a TikTok.
You're saying someone because you can't remember who it was?
Yeah, it was a TikTok, and
Oh,
she
okay.
said, if it's agreed upon that Black folks have generational trauma from Jim Crow and slavery because it's been passed down.
Okay.
Then why are we not also saying that persons who are not Black also have generational PTSD that are being passed down? Because hate,
Okay.
oppression,
Yeah.
anger. Like if your grandfather felt it,
Yeah.
your
I mean,
mother, your dad felt it.
I don't see any difference.
Why are we not talking about that being passed down as well? So I thought that was an interesting point.
Okay.
Let me see. So number 7 on the list.
As my sister Felicia says, talks generational curses.
You got to break them generational curses, man.
But you know what? When I have dreams, a friend of mine, my good friend Tracy Stotts Edmonds from high school, I love her to pieces. She sent me a picture of my grandmother's house the other day in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's just a little lonely house, like filled. It's in the cut, like,
Y'all
empty.
still own it?
No, my grandmother sold it before she moved to Virginia.
Okay.
And there was a jitney station next door, so she sold it to them, and so they were operating a jitney station out of my grandmother's house. So weird. I drove by like in 20 when I had been in Pittsburgh for like maybe since from 07 to 20. So for 13 years I drove by. So she sent me a picture the other day. So I sent it to my mother and she was like, WTF? Like, you thinking about buying that? She was like, what am I missing? I was like, oh, is that Granny's house? Yes, that's your
like, this
house.
is your house that you grew up in, woman?
She didn't grow up there.
Oh.
No, my mom didn't grow up there, but my grandmother moved there like in the 60s or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But the generational thing is that whenever and maybe it's because that's where I knew my grandmother from, whenever I have dreams about her, which I guess that makes sense. It's always in the house.
You think that's actually your grandmother talking to you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think so too.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe our ancestors talk to us.
Yeah, I had a dream about my other grandmother, my grandma Rayma, the other week, and I was touching her hair.
That's dope.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, yep.
One of my favorite lines that Beyonce's ever said is in her song where she says,
I got hot sauce in my bag.
No, she says, ancestors on the wall, let the ghost chit chat. Ancestors on the wall, let the ghost chit chat. And like, that's what's up. Like, all the time.
I think so too.
Number 7 on the list, though, is Google, which is not surprising. Again, I've heard great things about the perks at Google, right?
Yeah.
The sleeping chambers, the slides.
Do you want to go to sleep at work?
Yeah, we were just talking about this yesterday. Nap time is like
awesome, but do I want to go to sleep at work?
It depends on how nice it is. They have like a whole, they have a whole little room with sleeping chambers for you to go in there and sleep, like it's designed
with
for you
other people.
Well, you're in your own little pod when you're sleeping.
Oh no, pod! Like is that something that close? No, I'm claustrophobic. Nope. I mean, get me out of here!
Like I can't sleep. I can't. That's funny.
Meanwhile, but I sleep with the covers over my head.
Do you have the fan on and the AC on?
AC's on, the covers over my head.
Definitely. Number 6 on the list is Boston Consulting Group. Okay. BCG got a 4.5. Amazing, bright colleagues, flexible work models, great company benefits, great learning opportunities out of there. Number 5, we're in the top 5. Top 5 is really interesting. All right, so top 5 is a company by the name of Box. Box is Box, right? It's they transform the way people and organizations work. They can achieve their greatest ambitions. They're basically enterprise software for content collaboration.
No software. Okay.
Oh yeah. So they have an amazing culture, smart colleagues who care about results and balance, excellent CEO and executive transparency.
Okay.
Box. Number 4 is EXP Realty. EXP is a 100% virtual company, fun communication platforms that makes it perfect for the COVID-19 times. They have a 4.6 4.6 ranking on Glassdoor.
And they're a realtor
Yes,
company.
they're the fastest growing real estate company in the world.
Speaking of real estate, my husband showed me a house yesterday. It's it's on my daughter, on her friend's street.
Mm-hmm.
$2.49 million. And I was like, where is this house? I've been in the house, I'm not sure, a million times. And it's one of those where it's this brick in the front, but it goes way back.
Okay. How much? What's the square footage in it?
It's selling at $414 a square foot. There's like 6,000, close to 6,000 square feet. Ugly is I don't know what. It's all
6,000 square foot.
a lot of exposed brick.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the whole first floor is all exposed brick, and I don't like exposed brick. And a little bit of exposed brick goes a long way, but it's I mean, not like I'm in the market for $2.49 million. And I never noticed because the cars, like they have a gate, a wrought iron gate, but you don't notice it because the car is parked in front of it.
Okay.
So the house was remodeled and renovated in, I think, 2013, and it was one of the first McMansions in Decatur. And somebody started a blog about it because they opposed it. They were like, this house is ruining Decatur. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at it bringing up the property value, though. If it sells. Man, we had a house in our neighborhood, just a regular ass, just nothing house, sold for $480, and I'm like, what's special about this? Like, there's nothing special about this. Then okay, cool, great.
Yeah,
thank you so much. I appreciate the property value going up.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I appreciate it, but Atlanta has the second highest inflation rate to Phoenix, Arizona. And that's because so many people are moving here and things are scarce. So they're just, it's unsustainable.
Property to partners in relationships.
People can't, I mean, yeah, there's renters are like, they can't afford rent. It's insane. There's no Jif peanut butter in Publix. I feel like I live in Russia.
You gotta have Jif. Yeah, you gotta have Jif. I might do Peter Pan if I don't have a choice, but Jif
yesterday, Era was an Instacart app. She was like, "There's no peanut butter." I said, "Try Peter." She's like, "Peter Pan."
Yo, Peter Pan is a
I've never had it, but maybe. I said, "Well, get Publix brand. Get Greenwise. Maybe they have an organic one. I don't know what to tell you." So, but it turns out my husband bought some. He bought some off brand, because that's his snack is peanut butter on crackers. That's his little treat.
Oh, I love that too. Do you know Jif makes little snack cups? Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah, man, I buy those too. They come like 4 in a pack, like little snack cups.
They probably don't have them in my. They probably don't have them in my Publix.
Man,
probably not. I mean, how are they out of Jif? How
everybody?
What's going on?
Choosy moms choose Jif.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I love Jif. Like, I will snack on Jif too.
I
like,
know,
literally,
but
I have Jif right here.
What kind of world do we live in? The gas is $7. That's so funny. Where gas is $7 and you can't find peanut butter.
I love Jif. That's funny.
Well, when I years ago for Lent, I would give up carbs, and that's what I would eat spoonfuls of peanut butter just to give me some energy.
When I was like on my super healthy eating shit, I would like do apple slices with Jif on them.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh my gosh.
Celery with peanut butter on it.
I've never liked celery.
But Arrow would do that and she would put raisins on it. Or actually they would call themselves making gourmet peanut butter crackers. They would put raisins on top of their peanut butter crackers.
Oh, they fancy. They're fancy.
Yeah.
They fancy.
Yep.
Number 3 on the list was Bain and Company. Bain and Company has, again, a 4.6 rating. For those who don't know what Bain and Company is. Bain and Company, they are a... Oh, wait. It didn't pull up properly. So they are a management consulting firm, headquarters in Boston.
I was going to say that. I knew that.
Yep, they are. They're ranked with a 4.6. They advise on issues such as private equity investments, mergers, acquisitions, corporate strategy, finance operations, and market analysis. And they have a 4.6.
What are the streets saying about them?
The streets are saying that they have great people, supportive culture, with lots of resources to help you develop high-performing teams and culture of success.
Okay.
I would love to see what Bain and Company's ranked on the diversity app Inside Voices.
Oh, I wonder if they've been on there.
Yeah, because they're based in Boston. Yeah. Number 2 on the list is HubSpot. HubSpot has a 4.6 ranking on Glassdoor as well. What makes HubSpot so great is, well, first of all, who is HubSpot? They're a computer hardware development organization.
Okay.
They do about $1 billion in revenue, and they say that the company works remarkably hard to create an inclusive community where every single person is able to bring their best whole self to work.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Sounds like somebody in their marketing department gave that rating.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah. You know, some of these reviews sounds
a little canned. That sounds
sounds like somebody somebody out there was like
that's good. Oh yeah.
Yes, they do. Because I will tell you, folks, in case you don't know, in corporate America, they will tell you, please go on Glassdoor and give us a great rating to the employees. In case the ratings aren't where they want it to be, they will ask the employees to go on the Glassdoor and, bump up the ratings a little bit.
They do?
They do.
That's like a ingenuous Yelp review or something.
I mean, it can backfire. I know people who've been like, okay, I'll go on there and give a Glassdoor review and trash the company.
Now, the old school Glassdoor for pharma was Cafe Pharma. Remember Cafe Pharma?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
y'all wonder why did websites like that not make it?
They're still on.
Are they still on?
Yeah, they're still there.
Man, I haven't went to them in a minute. That's what's
because up. you don't want to have to go center yourself afterwards. There's so much hate. There's so much hate. I mean, but some of the stuff is not like when you know people personally that they're talking about, or you're familiar.
You're like, ooh, I know lying. Exactly who you're talking about.
Where's the lie?
There's no lie told.
Yeah, but it's like, what's your motivation for saying that? Sometimes it's like, who did this to you?
For the promotion? Yeah, who hurt?
Yeah, who did this to you? Like, what's your what? Yeah, I want to know what's your motivation. So
the number 1 ranked company on Glassdoor would be Nvidia.
Nvidia
has a 4.6 rating. Again, they're in computer hardware development as well.
Okay,
they do about $5 to $10 billion in revenue. Very large organization. 4.6 rating on Glassdoor. The work is challenging, meaningful, compensation and benefits are great. I love my coworkers.
You know what? I'm seeing a reoccurring theme that a lot of these top companies are in software or software development or hardware, and they're probably working remotely.
A lot of them probably are working.
And these are people probably, introverts. They're like, I get left alone. That all translates. I get left alone and I do my work.
Oh man, speaking of that, I guess this would have been a hot topic, but since we're talking about working remotely, what about your boy Elon Musk coming out last week telling his employees either come back to work or quit?
Can he go back to Africa?
He on some other shit. He on some look.
Well, he didn't close the factory during COVID. I'm not surprised.
He's like, I'm done with this whole working remote. Bring y'all ass back to work. You're like, if you don't come back to work, I'll take that as a resignation.
You know what? Fine. Because I'm like, I have Tesla on my resume. Because
exactly, I got Tesla on my resume now. I'm
whatever.
good.
I went to MIT.
I'll figure it out. I will get another job in this market.
I'm a programmer. Are you kidding me?
I will get another job. Oh, Elon.
Yeah.
So he flexing himself. He feeling himself a lot right now.
Yeah. Oh, he was brought up during the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. Yeah. He's naughty, allegedly.
Elon, anyone raised during South African apartheid is going to have some generational trauma that comes along.
Well, Charlize Theron is from
and she adopts little black boys and makes them into little black girls.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, we won't talk about that right now.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so so.
Well, she's got trauma because of what happened to her family. I think her father was murdered, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, South Africa as well. I was just reading a story that they're a congregation in South Africa. A white pastor in his little congregation, was found guilty for allegedly plotting on how to poison the water supply for black villages around the church. South Africa is a wild place. Anybody that comes up out of South Africa, I got I'm looking at your side eyebrow because what is Elon Musk really? What's he really plotting on this whole world takeover thing? Because I feel like this could be like some master evil plan that we're gonna see come to fruition in like 20 years. Like, oh shit, why didn't we see this come?
No, I thought that was Bill Gates's. I thought that was
Billy
Gates.
too. Oh, Billy too.
No.
I'm watching Billy too. Yeah. Oh, most definitely. I don't trust Billy at all.
Oh, no, I mean he and his wife, ex-wife, they vowed to give all their money away. I think it's very noble.
Yeah, give it to who though?
I don't know.
Yeah, give it to who?
They're not giving. They're not leaving it to their kids because they want their kids to be worth something.
They say they don't give their kids like 50 million. Was that 50 million? Their kids?
I don't even think that much.
It was something. It was an interesting number. But then what they didn't say is, are the kids getting stock in Microsoft? Like, are they getting whole? Are they getting shares? Like,
I don't know.
Because those could be worth a lot more money than whatever cash they get.
Yeah.
Who knows? But so those are the best places to work on Glassdoor, and so I appreciate that.
So now remember our segment, the accountability corner. So this one, the one that I have on here, I'm not going to talk about it because we're trying to keep things light. But British Airways.
Talk about British Airways.
British Airways. Hello. My son and his cohorts, teachers they were coming back from Malaga. They connected in London Heathrow. Jackson tells me last Tuesday, he says the flight gets in at 8:20. We already knew that because the teacher had already told me. Gets in at 8:20. He messages me earlier, in the day and says, hey, flight's delayed. We're going to get there at 10:52, something like that. So watch the flight. So I'm watching it. And I found the thing where you could actually see where it was. And I'm watching the flight. I'm like, okay, meanwhile, my husband goes to bed at 9, but I'm like, okay. So I see the flight is in North America. So I'm like, oh, it should only be 2 hours. Go back and check again. It says the flight is in Dallas. I'm like, this daggone tracker. What is wrong with this thing? I kept going to different places. I was like, it can't be in Dallas because the flight is coming to Atlanta. It doesn't stop stopping in Dallas. So then I see that it landed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's 10. I was like, hun, they just landed. We got to go. We get in the car, take off. We're going down the road. Luckily, we didn't get far. I called Jackson. He answered. So I was like, you just landed? He's like, yeah, in D.C. I was like, what? He said, didn't you see it on the news? The news? I was like, last I checked, they're not doing flight announcements or delays on the news. Yeah. I'm like, and then he's like, I got to go. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So
what's going on?
We turn around. I call him again. Jackson, what's going on? Our flight was delayed. They left 4 hours late. Okay. So the pilot comes on board and says, look, we need a part for the brakes. If Atlanta has the part, then we'll just go on to Atlanta and they can fix the brakes when we get there. Otherwise, we're going to have to fix it here and be delayed. So Atlanta did not have the part. They had to fix the brakes in London, delayed 4 hours. They sat in the plane. They let them get on the plane and then told them this. They sat there for 4 hours. No food, no drinks, no nothing.
Yeah, that's some shit.
All right. So they take off. Now they take off, right? And then 2 hours from Atlanta, captain comes on. Now he knew before they took off that he says, sorry folks, we're gonna have to land in DC because the people, customs is gonna be closed by the time we get to Atlanta. They land in DC. There's no representative there, nobody to tell them anything. The teacher, big ups to Kelly Johns, took great care of the kids. She and her other two colleagues. She gets on Twitter because she's a millennial. And she's like, what's going on? So the representative for BA responds, like, go to the ticket counter. She goes to the ticket counter. Everybody from the whole flight's in the line. She was like, had the kids. And she was like, we'll be here all night. She's like, we have flight insurance. We'll go just go get a hotel. So they went and got a hotel room. In the morning, she's like, I have no idea what is going on. We have not received any information. They were trying to call British Airways. So was I. You could not get a person. And then she went to Twitter again. And then somebody said the same flight number is leaving at 3:20 on Wednesday. So Jackson gives me the information. We get out there. We're waiting. And I was like, what, domestic or international? He's like, domestic. I'm like, okay. All right, if you say so. We go over to domestic. We're sitting there. We're like, well, we don't see any flights on the board. We don't see anything. Call British Airways. Can't get anybody. Can't texting Jackson. He's not responding. I'm like, what is going on? So we get on a shuttle, go over to international. The person says the flight comes in at 5:53. I was like, okay. So then we're like, we still don't see anything on the board. Like, what? So we go to get back. We're like, let's just go back over to domestic. We're in line. Luckily, we missed the first 2 buses because there were too many people ahead of us. And then Jackson's like, we landed. I said, where are you? He's like, 3 dots, 3 dots, 3 dots. I'm like, where are you? He's like, international, domestic, international, domestic. He's going back and forth.
He's asking his, he's asking his
international, final answer. And then I'm like, okay. I'm like, thank goodness we get out of line. They come. Guess where their bags went? Domestic. So then they had to cart the bags over. But yeah, all the kids were like, I'm never flying British Airways again.
We're not doing British Airways. British Airways, I need you to get it together.
So it turns out they furloughed like 15,000 people during the height of the pandemic and have only hired a fraction of them back.
That's not.
And now they're hiring people and offering bonuses, but clearly they have not hired enough people to answer the phone. Can't you answer the phone from home?
You should. I know that's how American Airlines does it.
Delta a lot of them have them working from home.
But maybe that's not how they do it in the EU. Maybe they take work-life balance seriously. So.
Well, you know what? They do take it seriously.
So you can't have.
They do. So they don't want you working from home because then your home becomes your prison.
Your home, yes.
Like
they
mine.
Do take their work-life balance seriously. Shout out to them for doing that. They take vacations over there.
Yeah. They have. Shout out to James Williams, my friend Jimmy Will. Jimmy Will believes in his vacation. He left today at his company. They have unlimited vacation, first of all. And I'm like, well, you don't get to take unlimited. He's like, yeah, I call it to go somewhere every month. But she's in Great Britain. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay. I understand that.
Yeah. Exactly.
So he's left today for Bahrain. He's going to visit his son in Bahrain.
Okay.
And then I think he and the family are going to fly to Detroit and take a train to Niagara Falls.
Train. I'm not a fan of trains. I don't like trains.
But that sounds like it's very pretty.
It does. It sounds nice, but trains scare me.
That's a short stint.
It don't matter. I feel
you want to get in a fighter pilot. You want to be in a fighter plane
Yes, because if that crashes, I die. And that's pretty much, I'm good with that. If a train crashes, I could get mangled and have metal going through me as the plane burns slowly. As the train burns slowly and I sit there dying and burning to death. Yeah. So that's what I think when I think of trains.
Okay. Well, this one's not for you. Yeah. Okay.
Give me a plane. If I crash, I die. I'm good.
Oh my gosh. Then he and his wife are going to Mexico.
That's what's up.
He's doing all that in the next month. All that in the next month.
He took a month off?
It's about a month. Yeah. It takes him to the 4th. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks.
Over 3 weeks. Yeah. I was like, do you know how many emails you're going to have when you get back? He said, no, I'm going to check emails. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, am I to the place in my life where I can just want to be like, hey, I'm taking 3 weeks off?
When I hear people talk about their vacations, I know this is not right, but I'm so jealous.
Very jealous. I don't think you can't take long vacations in talent acquisition.
It's like we are needed. I don't know any other job that is so needed. You know what I mean? Where you feel like you take time off and people are like, oh my gosh, where have you been?
Because even if a company doesn't have an in-house talent acquisition department, they RPO it out. You have to have talent acquisition, because who else is going to bring in the talent, right? If you let your hiring managers do it, it turns to shit after a while, and you bring in the TA group anyway.
Yeah.
So we're not allowed to work. It's almost like who would pick the cotton if folks weren't there. Yeah,
absolutely. And speaking of picking cotton, after these days of these, I know I keep talking about Zoom, but Zoom it's sucking my life force.
It does.
Literally. At the end of the day, first of all, I'm sick of looking at myself and I'm sick of looking at other people. I called somebody this morning. The hiring manager did not pick up. Do people not talk on the phone anymore?
They don't. They just want to Zoom. They just want to see you.
I don't want to see you.
Let's do it on Zoom.
Let's just talk on the phone.
You'll be sitting there pinging.
I'll call you. They're like, call me? On the phone.
Exactly.
I have a cell phone that I spend hundreds of dollars for. a plan with 6 phones on it, 6 or 7 phones. Like, I like to use my phone for something other than looking at TikTok videos.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Hey, let's have a quick chat," and they'll send over like a little video ping. Like, no, I meant like a quick chat, like on the
like
phone.
let's a
I
quick
don't want to
chat.
see
Yeah,
you.
I don't want to look at you. I don't want to,
No.
or I'll say I'm camera shy. So like, oh, that's okay. I'll
I
turn my
love
camera
saying,
on too.
my camera is not working. I'll be like a couple minutes late on purpose.
Yeah,
I'll be like 2 or 3 minutes late,
I
and
told
then
you
I'll
that.
get on. Be like,
I
I've been
told you
trying to get
that.
on. I've been trying to get on. My camera's not
having
working.
some technical difficulties.
Technical
And actually, I was having some. There was a short in my laptop, so my Zoom wasn't working. But it worked itself out. But
I'm sure it did.
But okay, who else is in the accountability
Who's
corner?
in the accountability?
My husband.
Ooh, Jay, go sit your ass in the corner.
We were about to. This is last Tuesday. We're about to go get Jackson from the airport. He comes home. He's like, he calls me. He's around the corner. Hun. I don't even think he said hun. I was trying to get around a dump truck. I sideswiped the truck. Call the insurance company. Blah blah blah. I was like, how you gonna call me? Like I wrecked your car.
Hey,
you wrecked my car. And then when they came home, I was asking questions like, oh, geez. Okay. It was a dump truck. I thought it was still, but it ended up moving. I go around it. I'm like, this street is not that big. I don't understand. Then he shows me the truck. The truck was a tank. It was Fred Sanford's truck. Literally.
That's funny.
Okay. The truck has not moved in probably years. You can see the rectangular patch of dirt. I'm like,
but somehow it moved.
My car is torn. No, that car didn't. The truck didn't move. He said the dump truck. This street is this big, so he had Fred Sanford's truck, a dump truck, and Jason trying to go around it. So he knocked on the person's door. They didn't answer. So kids are watching, right? So Jackson's like, "Did you leave a note?" He's like, "I didn't." He kept asking me like, "Well, so what happened? Did Dad go back over there?" And I was like, "I don't know, Jackson." I said, "But I'll go over there." So we're taking Beanie for a walk on Friday, and we went a long way. And I was like, "Oh," I said, "Did you ever catch up with the guy that lives here?" He's like, "No, that's why we came this way." You go up there, because he was thinking maybe the dude saw a black dude on the porch. So I knock on the door, and he comes to the window. He's like, "I don't have any clothes." I was like, "Okay."
Like, hey, Jason, I think you need to come up here. This is.
Do you want to go get some? And then I said, "Okay. Well, I just want to let you know that my husband sideswiped the truck. Meanwhile, you wouldn't even be able to tell where the damage was because there was so much damage. And just wanted to let you know." He's like, "Oh, okay. No worries." I was like, "All right, dude." Like, so dude is just sitting around his house, but
naked. I mean, what else is supposed to do in the house?
It was Friday, so yeah.
I mean, if we talk about our spouses sideswiping shit, I ain't gonna say that my wife sideswiped one of the neighbors' mailboxes, like knocked it off.
In the new car?
No, in our other truck. And she did. Our streets are small too, and so there was another truck coming, and so she was kind of like went over to the side and knocked off the people's mailbox or whatever.
She did.
Yeah, she did. Tow up our little mirror on the side of our truck.
I have clipped on that street where he hit that truck. I have clipped a mailbox before, but it just snapped. It just snapped right back.
Yeah, she hit it good. Oh
yeah, I didn't damage the mailbox, and it just snapped.
She knocked the mailbox off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
way to go.
She was nice. She went up to them, told him. He was like, "Yeah, it's not the first time it happened." Because his house was kind of like on the turn, which is even more narrow. Okay. And it was like, but I've never.
Who have we caught? Did we catch anybody doing good this week? Any companies in the last week?
I mean, I didn't look for any good companies.
Well, I mean, I just think in my life was all like, who did I catch doing what company was like, okay, you did that?
Oh no.
No, I guess not. I don't want to say that we only noticed the bad, but it'll be interesting to see if Ginger comes through for me at Verizon on the 22nd. She said she was going to call me on the 22nd.
We'll see if we get that money back. Yeah,
it's on my calendar to see. $300.
We'll see if we get that back.
$300. So, what are we talking about next week?
Well, what do we talk about next week? I don't even know. I'm at a blank right now. We'll do some research.
Yeah, I have an idea. It was about companies, like the lies companies tell employees, like, or the thing like the contractual stuff like overtime. Like how in other countries, overtime has a limit.
Mm-hmm.
In the U.S., there's no limit, and
Oh,
you could be reprimanded for not working overtime,
that's facts.
or not, or the lack of arbitration. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that.
Or we can talk about how companies will hire you to be full-time salaried employee to get out of paying you overtime, and then still expect you to work the same amount of hours that you would work if you were an hourly employee who is getting overtime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's stuff to talk about. Well, once again, now we got to go and do what we do.
Yes, we do. But don't forget to follow us on Spotify, on Anchor. On Anchor, you can do the video or the audio. YouTube. Email us at info@twoliverecruiters.com. We are available on Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music. Did I leave anything out?
No, I think you
like and subscribe. YouTube, follow. Thank you.
We appreciate y'all.
Right,
all of our tens of listeners who come through. Who come through and listen. Now I was looking at our YouTube videos. Some of our videos got like 30 views on it. I'm like,
hey, shout out to Christopher R. Booth, my friend from college. He was like, oh gosh, you guys are hilarious. And what did he say? He watched the episode on Ozark. He's like, I hated Marty.
How you gonna hate Marty? Marty was the calm in the storm.
He said he hated Marty.
That's funny. Oh, we should do another a corporate org structure. Maybe. Hey, I got one for you. Why don't we do at some point in time? It's going to take a while to put it together, but a Game of Thrones.
I knew you were going to say Game of Thrones. And you know, what's funny is the other week when you said I turned on the Game of Thrones, I'm like, I did. But remember the third episode? Well, you don't remember. We had just gotten it checked. I had just checked to my hotel in Foster City. Coat on because I said, do you have HBO? I remember that.
Yeah.
Like all the flight, I was like, I'm going to watch it on HBO.
Yeah, you had to see that episode. Yeah.
And I walked in and he was, yes, we have HBO. Yes, Mrs. Moncure. I get up to the room. Don't get my coat on. Don't turn the light. Turn TV. I was like, the TV's not working. DirecTV wasn't working. Send somebody up now. Stat. He comes up, fixes the TV. And I sit there and I was like, why is it fuzzy? And then I cried like I had gone to 10 funerals and then called you afterwards crying. And I was like, meet me in the lobby. I need alcohol. Remember we went to those guys had those little bottles of
I remember that
vodka. I was like, give me 3 of those. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh. So yes. Yeah, we could do, man, that would be.
That's going to take some breakdown. That's going to be fun.
That would be intense. Yeah, that would be intense.
The Game of Thrones org chart. I think that's a must. We got to do that.
Yeah. And I know we keep hyping up Donald Glover, but
shout out to
Bravo, Atlanta season 3. Oh my gosh!
Listen, that's a whole nother episode. We're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, so we have to talk about. Yeah, we have to break down Atlanta because people are saying a lot of stuff in the streets about Atlanta, and some of it is not good. But I think they just don't get it.
They just don't understand what he's doing with it.
They just don't get it. They're on another plane.
And he weaved everything together. Like
he certainly did.
Everything is woven together from the very first scene to the very last scene.
It certainly
is all connected.
All connected. So if you're paying attention. So if you were paying attention. So anyway. Alrighty then, my friend.
All right, love.
See you in the funny papers. Okay, bye.
Bye.